Hey everyone, I was just making a video for our new program to go on the website page, just kind of about what my story is and how I came into this work. And I wanted to bring the same thing here, just so that you all can know too, because it occurs to me, I haven't told you. I was the kid that I've always been drawn to meaningful conversation. At kids' birthday parties and family gatherings, if I wasn't chasing around the really little kids, because I've always loved babies, then I was finding the adults to have like real conversation. I have never liked small talk. I've always just wanted to connect with people, know how they're feeling, how are they navigating things. That's my comfortable place. I can sit with people in deep contemplation, grief, even anger, resentment. I can sit with people in the tough stuff for a long time because I love watching people find resilience. I love people figuring out how to get out of their own way. It is so fun to watch the human mind get liberated. So I've always been just personally drawn to those conversations. And then in my oncology massage work, I found myself working in the bone marrow unit of a big hospital in Sacramento. And over the 2 years that I worked there, my favorite part about going to work was seeing my patients and knowing how they were feeling and just really sitting with them in whatever was coming up. You know, when someone hands you a cancer diagnosis, especially with people in the bone marrow unit who have blood and bone cancers, it's like you have this ticking clock in your hand. It's like you know that you have this finite amount of time potentially. And so it puts people in this really vulnerable place. And then here in walks this body worker who's going to spend 45 minutes with you. And people end up really talking about things once they find out that you're a safe space, because it's a lot to process. And so it's just a really tender place to meet people in. And also it's a place where you get to discuss whatever's coming up, you know, like thinking about leaving your family behind and how do you even make peace with that? And what is death? You know, what do they believe in something after? You know, what does life mean to them now? What's important? It's when someone is in that terminal place, it is really breathtaking when the person can find within their human spirit the resilience to find gratitude and appreciation. And it doesn't happen every time. And I am not saying that across the board that, you know, cancer is this gift, because it is devastating. But in those situations where as people are transitioning over, they find peace and connection and love, like that, I could be with people in that every day. That is the most inspiring, magical thing that I've ever experienced. And while I don't miss the fast pace of the hospital and the near burnout that I came to at the end of my time there, I really do miss sitting with people in that realness, in that deep connection, because I think so much in our society we just kind of ask each other how we're doing, and everyone says good, and we just keep going. And I have never liked that. I've never been a person who, yeah, like I said, likes surface conversation. So throughout that time when I was working at the hospital, and ever since in my private practice and also with friends and just close ones, people have told me over and over again that the insight that I bring and the way that I view humans and my presence is just really helpful and allows people to feel seen and heard and loved. And after years and years of invitations to bring this work to the world, I'm finally bringing it because I met Jess a year ago and everything in my life changed. She brought in this incredible energetic clearing work that transformed my relationship with my body and the way I listen to my body's cues and how I can foster safety within my own nervous system, and clear out energy that brings me to near overwhelm, because my system does kind of tend to do that. And I learned to pair the emotional, you know, reflective work with the work that Jess was offering. And then I brought that to her and we explored it together, and both of us have become different people. We're different people together, and we're different people separately than we were a year ago. So, no, I am not a psychotherapist. I started as a psych major. I did 2 years of psych in college. But I come to this work as a human who has a really intuitive sense of emotions and a deep knowledge of my own emotional world. I have followed so many incredible teachers over the years, from Joe Dispenza to Louise Hay to Tony Robbins to Brene Brown. Rob Bell is amazing. The Robcast, if you haven't heard his podcast, he's a pretty inspiring human. Liz Gilbert. I have taken little pieces of every person that I have learned from, and I have pieced together all of that with my own intuition and the guided way that I have done my own healing. And I've just created this really gentle, I think, beautiful framework that you can sink into. We're going to introduce a lot of really transformative perspective shifts during this program, and it's not expected that everyone will do them on time every week. We are introducing a lot, and we understand that everyone goes at their own pace. So the beautiful thing about this program is that you're going to get all of this content that's going to help you get to know yourself, and it's not going to go anywhere. You're going to have it for the rest of your life to return to as you're ready for it. What we want to do is give you a framework to understand yourself, to understand your healing, to know where you're going, and to start diving in a way that feels comfortable and paced just for you. We're going to be here to support you along the way and after, and we know that it's time. The planet is ready. We need people to soften but stand in their strength, which I think is the definition of sovereignty. We need more sovereign humans, and this is what we want to do. We want to help you clear out your energetic systems so you're not exhausted every day, so you have better resilience from an energetic perspective. And we want to bring you the emotional tools so that you have the ability to find some resilience during your day, not feel exhausted by the circumstances around you, to have more grace for yourself and the people around you, and deeper knowledge of yourself so that you can step in to true alignment, true strength, true fulfillment, creativity, and become the boundless, incredible human that you are here to be.